Greetings, everybody, and welcome to Server 21. This is Admiral Neelix. It's been a while since I made my last video because I had broken my device. Now I have a new one, and so I can start making them again. This channel was made originally for my crew to teach all the newer to the game people how to play certain parts of it, how to crew, and things like that. I ended up with a following, so thank you guys for joining and subscribing and liking and commenting. Of course, it's always a pleasure to read your comments. And I'm serious about that. You guys been really cool about it. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we're doing. The Devore video. This guy had asked me, okay, I got a second Devore, but it's not as good as my first one. Well, most likely the first two and main important things is that you haven't built up your first one to match your second one to match your first one yet, and of course you're never going to have the same crew for both Devores at the same time, so there's going to be some differences. So what I'm going to do is show you this particular crew here that I have set up for the two Devores that I have on how it could kind of be an advantage. All right, so let's go ahead and check that out. As you see over here, because some of the newer players may not know this, where you see this counter going on, that whole line, that empty space on the bottom, is your cargo hold, all right? And so it's able to hold 158,450 bits of latinum, right? Or whatever you're mining with this ship. It's recommended only to mine latinum with, because otherwise it's going to take you weeks to mine anything, really. And so you'll see this little break in the space here. Before that break, all of that is your protected cargo, okay? Your protected cargo limit. Now, anything after that break, if you're filling it up past that point and you should get attacked by somebody, they are going to take home whatever is over that amount, okay? So anything over the break, they take home, but you take home your protected limit. So let's go ahead and take a look at a couple of details here so we can see some differences. That little arrow in the middle of the right screen here, I'm going to go ahead and line it up right with cargo capacity. 158,000, yeah, we saw that already. And 118,000 of that is going to be protected limit. So there again, anything over that 118 limit, 100, on the 19th and on the 20th and so on and so on, anybody who attacks me, and if they win the battle, they're taking that little bit home. Okay, keep that in mind. All right, so let's go ahead and recall this ship, because I do want to show you something that's kind of interesting on this. And while that ship is on its way back to base, it's only going to take a few seconds. Let's go ahead and go to research, because I want to show you something that's also going to help with the speed and the protection limit of your mining. So we're going to hit research, and we're going to go on to Galaxy. Come on over here a little bit to right about there in the middle. On the top section there, we see Devore Latinum Mining Improvement, okay? Now, this increases the mining rate of the latinum for the Devore. This is going to make it mine faster. And then, of course, down here on the bottom, Devore Security Enhancement enhances Devore's protected cargo size. So this is going to increase how much you can take home safely should you be attacked. Okay, now the Prime Latinum here, I haven't done it yet, and I really don't have a need to do it too quickly, but you can bet as soon as I have enough of these ore pieces here, I'm going to go ahead and do it. This will allow me to earn more latinum when I refine the raw latinum. So looking forward to that. Okay, so let's go ahead and go back to the page over here. Oh, real quick too. Another thing that helps too, not only in Galaxy but away teams, Outlaw, and Territory, you're going to see that there's going to be protected cargo limit enhancers through research in each of them, and those affect all your ships, not only the Devore. It's going to help even your warships. It's going to help all of your ships hold a lot more protected cargo, and in some cases more cargo altogether. And so do look out for those within those research stations, and get those done as well. That way you can get the most out of your ship there. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and line us up again for what I'm about to show you here. Let's go ahead and switch this Devore for the one that's not as developed, but there is something interesting that I want to show you as soon as I get it there. So I'm just going to randomly, where was I? I'll just go ahead and go back to the same one. All right, here we go. So that's going to take just a few seconds to get there. So while that's on its way, okay, a little bit later in this video, in about a minute or two, I'm going to take you through some of these crew people just to give you an example on what key things to look for on how to help you determine who's going to be best for your mining crews. All right, so keep that in mind as well as when we get there. So you guys, again, if you like this video, or if you like any of my videos, hit the like button, subscribe, share these with your friends who might be playing this game, who might need help figuring out how to do certain things, like how to crew your lower decks, who to put on certain miners. I'm working on a PvP one. It's just kind of hard to do because not everybody wants to sit still for that particular one, since it involves having another person. Hey, can you stop playing the game your normal way just for 5 minutes? Let me get this in, right? Okay, so, just take a look through my playlist. It'll help you figure out some things. All right, so here's the thing I want to show you. Let's go ahead and tap on him. Now, look at his bar under here. There's no break in that line. It's all protected cargo. Now, I don't know how the mathematics worked on that. If you're a math genius, you can figure it out and probably tell me in comments. But he's actually able to hold more protected cargo than the ship actually holds. Let's take a look at how. I'm going to go ahead and pull him off real quick. And let's go ahead and take a look at him through Manage. And let's go to details real quick. Let me see here. Capacity again at 112. Yeah, that's a slight drop, right? Well, actually a big drop. But here in protected cargo, 114. That's 4,000 lower than the 118,000 from the other ship. But is it worth it? I think so. Check it out. If I should go and set this ship on a node, and I get a phone call, my battery dies, I have to drive somewhere, I have to go to work, jump in the shower, whatever, even if I get attacked, I won't lose anything that I've mined on this particular thing. Yeah, the guy gets bragging rights. Oh, I killed your Devore with my auger. Like that's whatever. All right, but still, he didn't get anything. I took home every little bit of that latinum. All right, so let's go ahead and kind of figure out why, huh? I'm going to go ahead and just scan this guy for the sake of getting this particular screen up so that I can talk about the guys that I have. All right. On this particular ship, I'm using Yakin here. He's got firewall protection, 50% to this ship's protected cargo. So there, already, he's adding protected cargo size right away to the ship as captain. Now, yes, he's a data miner. And, he can also help with the speed of the mining of the Botany Bay, and everything like that. But we're not talking Botany Bay right now. We're talking Devore, okay? So I have him as captain there. And the reason why he's captain with this protected cargo thing is because that's his captain thing. These two guys on the side, their protected limits are their side things. So let's go ahead and check over here with 1 of 11. Bodyguard, 40% of the protected cargo of the ship. He's adding to the protected cargo of the ship. DuPont, hidden stash, 100% to protected cargo. He's doing his cargo thing, right? Now, the other attributes that these particular miners have, since I have them on this page, 35% to G3 crystal, gas, and ore mining speed. So if he's captain of a ship, whatever ship it is, and you happen to land on a mining node that's one of these three materials, he's going to help that ship mine a little faster, okay? Now, as far as the board guy is concerned, his thing is mostly a battle thing. So, adaptive shielding, 5% damage mitigated by the shields, okay? That's not really a lot to really worry about at this particular level. Once I build them up a little bit and all that stuff, those numbers should grow. Maybe he'll be useful in another type of battle. I'm thinking maybe only in a PvP or PvE situation. So I'm not really worried about his captain ability. It's his bodyguard thing that I'm looking for. All right. So now that that's done, let's go ahead and escape out of this. I'm going to go ahead and send this ship home while we are going on to other things. Let's go to officers. And I'm going to go ahead and set this on group so that most of my miners will be together. And then there's going to be that Borg section of them that I'm going to have to jump on as well. So right here, right away, we are starting with Helvia, Domitia, Kabish. McCain, Barrow, T'Pring, Ston, DuPont, and those are your main miners. Down here in the Borg section, which we'll talk about in a section, we got 1 of 11. We have 10 of 11. We have 2 of 11. And then, of course, the 3 that I do not have yet, damn it, 3, 11, and 4 of 11. Those guys will hold and be able to do a lot more of their lower numbered parts, basically. Okay, so let's go ahead and come back up here. What I want to touch on is we talked protection of the cargo. Let's go ahead and talk about T'Pring. Okay, so T'Pring, she is a gas miner. So whatever ship that she's on, she's going to help it mine gas a lot quicker. All right, so you pair her up with a ship like the Antares, and the Antares has already a built-in gas mining speed. So you add her to it, it's going to make it faster and get you on and off that node a lot quicker. Okay, now Hidden Stash, she adds protected cargo by 200%. So whatever level or amount that particular ship is able to hold, she's going to add a lot of cargo size to that, and that helps out tremendously. Let's jump over to her husband. He is a complete cargo guy. He's the pack rat. He's more so the ore miner. He's going to help mine ore a lot faster. So if you have him on the Valkis, he's going to help out with that. He's also really good on the North Star too, I got to say. So pack rat. Ston increases the cargo size of the ship by 35. Now remember, that's just cargo size. That's not the protected limit. He's adding more size to, he's giving you a bigger trunk for your junk, okay? Basically. Now, let's go on and jump to someone else here. Okay, so I'm going to jump to the Borg situation. I'm just trying to show you who's going to get you to protect your cargo more, add size, and then of course get you on and off the nodes a lot quicker. We already talked about 1 of 11 with his bodyguard stuff, so let's go ahead and jump on over to Mr. 2 of 11. He has storage optimization, so what he's most likely, he's going to be like Ston. As he grows, as I build up this guy, that 20% is most likely going to grow up a lot higher. So those of you who have this guy at a higher tier and level, go ahead and comment how much of that 20% has grown for your guy. That way it kind of gives us an idea on what we're looking for. So there he goes. He increases cargo. And then let's jump on over to the little cute and very elusive. And oh my God, this guy took forever to get. The stupid Tribble, right? Man, I want to have that as a pet. Okay, so nah, he said no. He wouldn't want me as a pet. That little guy. Okay, so let's see. What does he have? Multiplicative. You know, this is the third time I try to make this video, and I'm always messing up on that word. Multiplicative extractive. You see what it says. Okay, so 10 of 11 increases the speed of Parsteel, Titanium, and Dilithium mining by 50%. However, I don't like using them as a captain. You know, I have Helvia, Demetia, and Barrow to help me mine these things here, or Kabish, and I don't really need an extra speed on those 3 things. Plus, at the level that I'm at, I'm sure you guys agree who are at the same level, it just rains resources on you. All these events and everything, I mean, you get millions of it. You get tons of it. Okay, so I don't really need speed on those guys. Here's what I want right here. 10 of 11 increases the mining speed of the ship. Okay, so no matter what ship I have them on, it doesn't matter if it's for the resources. It will also help mining of the latinum, of the data, of the mycelium and everything. Whatever type of mining you want to do, you have him on a ship, he's going to increase that speed a bit. However, I rarely ever use him to actually mine. Usually I use him for his other attribute over here. If you look to the right part over here under level up and under his strength number where it says attack, defense, and health, look at his health. It's over 3,000. So usually I have him as a lower deck to help out with the health situation of the ship. Okay, that gives it a little more stamina. It helps the shields a little bit, the hull a little bit. So that's mostly where I use that guy. But if you're going to use him as a miner, speed. That's what he's for. Okay. So those are some keywords on what to look for, what miners should go on what, who should I collaborate with each other to make them the ship more efficient. And if you want more details on that, then go to my video called The Miner Details. That will go more into detail as to what personnel I have on each of my mining ships that double the experience. And speaking of doubling experience, let me go into this guy one more time. This particular crew right here, I leave them exactly as is for 3 ships. Devore, Botany Bay, Cavort. Okay? These guys are adding protected cargo to all 3 ships. Therefore, hey, when it comes to a lot of protection, these 3 guys are the staples. All right. So that's going to go ahead and cut it now for this video. Thank you guys for watching. If you like the video, please send a like. If you want to share this information with one of your friends who may be kind of trying to figure out the game themselves, go ahead and send them the link. You know what? Subscribe. Thank you for the views and everything like that. You guys are awesome. And I'm still working on that PvP video to go along with the bigger they are. I want the sequel to that be the harder they fall. Again, I'm having troubles finding people to cooperate with me on that, but, you know, we'll get it done. Okay, guys, until next time, remember, this is just a game. Don't let it get you too hot-headed. If you start getting really angry at it, put it down for a little while. Go play a puzzle game or something, and then come back to the game cool, calm, and collective, and take it from there. But until then, have fun and take care.